Chris, tell me about the history of R&D, research and development, in the physical layer.
The history of the physical layer goes really back to Marconi, and Marconi was trying to understand how to communicate via radio waves, the very earliest wireless research and development. Marconi had figured out that if you get certain types of metals, filings of certain types of metals, that they would cohere to contacts when radio energy would come in from an antenna. And so as a Morse code signal was being received through the air, through an antenna, that would cause these various combinations of metal filings to cohere between two contacts and to create a connection that you could detect that it was either a dot or a dash that was being transmitted from the other end. And that was really the first physical layer that you can think of. All those shavings of metals, that was the physical layer, and the antenna they were connected to. From there, that really was improved upon in many different ways, but this very basic fundamental aspect of detection was the same for a long time, really until you saw Armstrong in the 1920s and 1930s starting to research what the real physics were involved in radio signal detection, transmission and detection. And he went on to develop what we now know as frequency modulation. Amplitude modulation was really just a derivative of what Marconi had done originally. Frequency modulation was a real significant leap in understanding at the physical layer, real research, understanding of the physical layer. From frequency modulation, you had no real significant changes in understanding of the physical layer for decades afterwards, up until current times, in our work with the Redstone physical layer.